Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's MAKIA FOREX, and in this video we are going to be doing our USDJPY analysis. So I'll begin with the DXY, which is the dollar index, to project or to like a correlation to the USDJPY. So as you can see, the dollar index has been on a bullish trend ever since price came and formed a double bottom at this particular area. That's on the 17th of September. DXY has been on a bullish trend, forming higher highs and higher lows. So it has gone to a particular zone, which is a very strong and interesting zone, because this zone is a very strong sell zone. Now, looking at this particular area, you can see that for the past 2 days we have been having what we call doji candles or indecision candles. That's because this is a very strong sell zone. You can see that previously when price came here, that's on Wednesday the 5th of November, we had a reversal. We had an evening star formation, and because we are on a bullish trend, price came and tested and formed a higher low at this zone and reversed to the upside. Now it has gone there. That's on Thursday and Friday. It has also formed a doji on that zone. And this week we're trying to see if it's going to break the zone or if it's going to reverse to the downside. Now, if it has to reverse to the downside, don't forget we are in a bullish trend, so we'll likely have to use a Fibonacci to determine the next area where there's going to be a reversal. So if I use the Fibonacci tool over here, this is the low and this is the high. So if he has to fall to the downside, I believe that is going to test, that's the 50% level or the 60% level before we're going to have a reversal. I mean, like, before price will likely move back to the upside. So I'm looking at something like this. If price has to fall, it will fall and enter this 0.5 level before continuing back to the upside, because we are in a bullish trend on the DXY. Okay, with that said, now we know that we're on a bullish trend on the DXY. We can now go to the USDJPY. So this is USDJPY, and we can see that USDJPY is also on a bullish trend. You see, when the DXY is on a bullish trend, same thing goes with the USDJPY, because they are correlated. Okay, you can see that ever since price formed a double bottom, that's the same thing with the DXY. USDJPY has been on a bullish trend too, and even though Friday we had a pullback to the downside, we can clearly see that it's going to continue going back to the upside, because this is Monday and we're already seeing it forming a strong bullish candle. Even though it's not that strong, but at least it's forming a bullish candle. So what we can assume on the higher time frame is that price is trying to form what we call a rally drop rally formation, what we call higher high, higher low, and a new higher high formation. So I believe that USDJPY will likely continue to the upside. At least that is my projection on USDJPY. So with that said, let's go to the 4-hour time frame for in-depth analysis. So in the 4-hour time frame, we can see that on Thursday, we had a higher high formation on USDJPY, and market had tested a very strong zone, a very strong sell zone, and there was a rejection. I think like 3 candles where we had a sharp wicks on 3 candles, and that's why price dropped to the downside. Now looking at it from the previous higher low to the higher high, if we use the Fibonacci strategy to look for our next projection, you can clearly see that if I put this area here as my low and here as my high, we can see that when price got to the 0.618 level, which is the golden ratio, we had a reversal to the upside. Because price came and reacted at this particular area, it means that there's a high probability that price will continue back to the upside. So something like this, where it will likely form a new higher high if we are still on that uptrend on USDJPY. With that said, I'm looking forward to a buy trade on USDJPY, targeting this particular area, or at least this area, as my TP target. So if I look for a buy on USDJPY, that's a long trade. If I see a pullback, I'll look for an entry and target this particular area as my TP target. My stop loss will be around here. At least let me be risking 2:1:2, 1:2.34. So this should be my CP target, or at least this area as my CP target, because I believe that it will break the previous higher high. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, I'll be looking for an entry on USDJPY, and we can clearly see that price has already pulled back. So I'll just enter a trade on USDJPY right now and hope that it goes to the upside and hit my TP target. So that's my analysis on USDJPY today. So if you want more analysis, don't forget to join our Telegram group. I will leave the links in the description. Also, our recommended broker, I will leave the links in the description. With that said, thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye.